Welcome to our Big Coins Dealer, where we uncover the fascinating world of coins, currency, and hidden treasures. Today, we're diving into an exciting topic: the 2003 no-mint Lincoln penny. You might have one of these in your pocket right now, but did you know that certain variations of this coin could be worth thousands or even millions of dollars? Stick around as we explore what makes this penny so special and how you can determine its value. Let's start with the basics. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since 1909, featuring the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side. The reverse design has seen changes over the years, but the 2003 penny features the Lincoln Memorial, a design used from 1959 to 2008. Like most pennies, these were minted in large quantities, making them common in circulation. So, what's the big deal about the 2003 no-mint penny? Here's where things get interesting. The lack of a mint mark means that this penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. That in itself isn't rare, but there are specific errors and variations that collectors are willing to pay a fortune for. Let's break them down. First, let's talk about errors. Error coins are mistakes made during the minting process, and collectors love them. For the 2003 Lincoln penny, some of the most valuable errors include off-center strikes, doubled dies, and die cracks. These errors are often subtle and require close inspection, so grab a magnifying glass and check your coins carefully. The double die error is particularly sought after. This occurs when the coin's design is accidentally stamped twice, resulting in a noticeable doubling of the details, especially in the lettering or Lincoln's profile. If you spot a double die 2003 penny, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Another factor that can skyrocket a coin's value is its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, uncirculated coin. If your 2003 no-mint penny is in mint condition, it could fetch a much higher price than a worn or circulated coin. Even minor scratches can significantly reduce its value, so handle your coins with care. Now, let's address the question on everyone's mind: are there 2003 no-mint pennies worth millions? The short answer is yes, but they're exceptionally rare. Coins with unique and dramatic errors, perfect grades, or historical significance can sell for jaw-dropping amounts at auctions. For example, in some cases, coins with minting defects combined with a high-grade condition have sold for tens of thousands of dollars. While a $1 million 2003 penny is rare, it's not impossible. If you're lucky enough to find a promising coin, the next step is getting it appraised by a professional. Coin dealers, auction houses, and grading services like PCGS or NGC can evaluate your coin and provide an official grade and certification. This step is crucial if you want to sell your coin for its maximum value. So, how can you find these hidden treasures? Start by checking your change, old piggy banks, or coin collections. Many people overlook pennies because they seem insignificant, but those small coins could hold incredible value. Additionally, consider visiting coin shows or shops where collectors often trade and sell rare coins. Before we wrap up, here's a quick tip. If you're serious about coin collecting, invest in a good magnifying glass or microscope and a coin holder to protect your finds. Also, do your research. The coin market can be complex, and knowing what to look for will give you an edge. To summarize, the 2003 no-mint Lincoln penny might seem ordinary, but with the right combination of errors, condition, and rarity, it could be worth a significant amount of money. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, there's always a chance you could discover a hidden gem in your spare change. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating stories about coins and collectibles. Have you found any rare or valuable coins? Share your stories in the comments below. We'd love to hear them. We're talking about a coin that might be sitting in your pocket or coin jar right now, the 2006 Lincoln penny. You'll be surprised to learn just how valuable this seemingly ordinary coin can be. Could it really be worth millions of dollars? Let's find out. First, let's talk about the basics of the 2006 Lincoln penny. This coin was minted at the Denver Mint, which is signified by the small D mint mark located just below the date on the obverse side. Over 3.9 billion of these pennies were produced in 2006, so at first glance, this coin doesn't seem particularly rare. However, not all 2060 Lincoln pennies are created equal. Certain factors can drastically increase their value. One of the most critical factors in determining the value of any coin is its condition. Coins in uncirculated or mint-state condition are far more valuable than coins that have been heavily circulated. A 2060 Lincoln penny in pristine condition, graded MS-67 or higher by a professional grading service, can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. In fact, some collectors are willing to pay a premium for these high-grade coins because they are so difficult to find. Another important factor is whether the coin has any errors or unique features. Error coins are highly sought after by collectors because they are rare and often one of a kind. Examples of errors on the 2060 Lincoln penny might include off-center strikes, double dies, or die cracks. These errors can significantly increase the value of the coin, with some error pennies selling for thousands of dollars or more. In rare cases, exceptionally unique error coins can fetch prices in the millions, depending on their rarity and demand. Let's also consider the role of demand in the coin market. Even if a coin isn't particularly rare, it can become highly valuable if there is strong demand among collectors. The Lincoln penny is one of the most iconic coins in American history, and many collectors specialize in assembling complete sets of these pennies. A high-quality or error 2060 penny can become a prized addition to one of these collections, driving up its value. Now, you might be wondering, how can you tell if your 2060 Lincoln penny is worth anything? The first step is to examine the coin closely under good lighting. Look for any signs of errors or unique features. If the coin appears to be in excellent condition, consider having it professionally graded. A high-grade coin with a rare error could be worth far more than face value. If you find a 2060 Lincoln penny that seems promising, it's worth researching recent auction results to see what similar coins have sold for. Websites like Heritage Auctions, PCGS, or NGC are excellent resources for this. These sites provide information on past sales and can give you an idea of what collectors are currently paying for coins like yours. It's important to remember that while the idea of finding $1 million penny is exciting, it's also incredibly rare. Most 2060 Lincoln pennies are worth only their face value of 1 cent. However, that doesn't mean you should overlook them. With a little knowledge and attention to detail, you might discover a hidden gem that could change your life. Before we wrap up, let's recap what makes the 2060 Lincoln penny potentially valuable. Look for coins in high-grade condition, check for errors or unique features, and research current market trends. Even if your penny isn't worth millions, it could still hold significant value as a collectible. Thank you for joining us today as we explored the fascinating world of the 2060 Lincoln penny. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our future content. Let us know in the comments if you found any rare pennies in your collection. Who knows? You might be sitting on a treasure without even realizing it. We're diving into one of the most intriguing coins in U.S. history, the 1967 no-mint Lincoln penny. Could this simple penny be worth millions? Stick around as we explore its history, rarity, and market value. Background on the 1967 Lincoln penny. The 1967 Lincoln penny was part of the regular series of pennies produced by the U.S. Mint. This coin doesn't feature a mint mark, but that was actually intentional. During the mid-1960s, the Mint decided to remove mint marks from all coins produced between 1965 and 1967 to discourage collectors from hoarding coins based on mint origin. This decision came during a coin shortage when the Mint wanted to ensure there were enough coins in circulation for everyday use. Despite being a regular issue penny, some examples from 1967 have caught the attention of collectors due to their unique qualities. Whether it's an exceptional strike, an unusual error, or the coin's condition, certain factors have driven their market value to astonishing heights. What makes the 1967 penny valuable? Not every 1967 penny is worth more than face value, but certain qualities can make your coin a potential jackpot. First, the condition of the coin is key. Coins that have been preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition are incredibly rare, especially for a penny that was intended for everyday use. Coins graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC are especially sought after by collectors. Second, errors and varieties can significantly increase a coin's value. Some 1967 pennies feature minting errors such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or planchet flaws. These errors are rare, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for them. Finally, historical significance plays a role. The 1967 penny is part of an era when the U.S. Mint was experimenting with production methods and battling a nationwide coin shortage. Coins from this period hold a unique place in numismatic history. Now, let's talk about the money. A typical 1967 penny in circulated condition is generally worth only its face value, 1 cent. However, coins in higher grades can fetch anywhere from a few dollars to several $1,000s at auction. The highest value for a 1967 penny comes from coins graded at the top of the scale, or those with rare minting errors. For example, a 1967 penny graded MS67 Plus has sold for over $10,000 in auction due to its impeccable condition. Coins with unique errors, such as dramatic doubling or striking flaws, have also reached high five-figure prices. While the idea of a 1967 penny being worth millions of dollars is often exaggerated, certain examples of this coin have indeed sold for substantial amounts, making it a worthwhile addition to any collector's portfolio. How to identify and value your 1967 penny. If you think you have a valuable 1967 penny, here's what you should do: inspect the coin carefully. Look for signs of doubling, striking errors, or other unusual features. Evaluate the condition of the coin. Does it look shiny and uncirculated, or is it worn down? Consider getting the coin professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can significantly increase the value of your coin. Research recent auction results for 1967 pennies in similar conditions. This will give you an idea of what your coin might be worth. The 1967 No Mint Mark Lincoln penny is a fascinating coin with a rich history. While not every penny from this year is worth a fortune, certain examples have reached incredible values due to their condition, errors, or unique qualities. So, the next time you come across a 1967 penny, take a closer look. You might just have a hidden treasure in your hands. Thanks for watching. Your channel name. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content on rare coins and collectibles. Let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a valuable penny in your collection. We dive into the fascinating world of rare coins and discuss one of the most talked about pennies in coin collecting history, the 1982 No Mint Mark Lincoln penny. This small piece of copper has been creating buzz in the numismatic community for its incredible value and unique characteristics. Could this humble coin sitting in your pocket change be worth a fortune? Let's find out. First, let's understand what makes the 1982 Lincoln penny so special. In 1982, the United States Mint made a major change in how pennies were produced. Up until that point, pennies were made primarily of copper, but due to rising copper prices, the Mint switched to a copper-plated zinc composition. This year also marked the production of coins in different weight variations, both in the original copper alloy and the new zinc composition. But what really gets collectors excited is the rare No Mint Mark variety. So, what does No Mint Mark mean? Typically, coins minted in Philadelphia either have no mint mark or a P to denote their origin. However, the 1982 penny is unique. A small batch of coins from this year was struck in Philadelphia without the expected mint mark, making them incredibly scarce. It's this combination of rarity and historical significance that has skyrocketed their value in the market. But how much could a 1982 No Mint Mark Lincoln penny actually be worth? Well, the answer depends on several factors, including its condition, metal composition, and how well it was struck. Some of these rare pennies have been auctioned for astonishing amounts, with collectors willing to pay thousands, or even millions, of dollars for a well-preserved example. Coins in mint state condition, those without any scratches, discoloration, or signs of wear, are the most valuable. Now, Here's where it gets even more interesting. If you think you might have a 1982 Lincoln penny, pay close attention to its weight. Copper pennies weigh approximately 3.11 grams, while zinc pennies weigh about 2.5 grams. Using a digital scale, you can quickly determine the metal composition of your coin. If you find a no-mint-mark penny that's copper, you could be holding onto a collector's dream. When searching for rare coins, it's important to know how to inspect your finds. Check the date under good lighting, as well as the surface of the coin for any distinctive features or unusual marks. If you think you have a valuable specimen, consider having it professionally graded by a reputable company like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can drastically increase the coin's value in the eyes of collectors and buyers. So, why are people willing to pay so much for this particular penny? Rare coins often carry a sense of history and mystery, and the 1982 no-mint-mark penny is no exception. Its scarcity and connection to a pivotal moment in U.S. minting history make it a prized addition to any collection. For serious collectors, it represents a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to own a piece of numismatic history. If you're interested in selling your coin, be prepared to do your research. Reach out to trusted coin dealers or attend coin shows to get an idea of what buyers are offering. Online platforms like eBay and specialized auction houses can also be great avenues for selling rare coins, but be cautious and ensure your transactions are secure. In conclusion, the 1982 no-mint-mark Lincoln penny is more than just pocket change, it's a potential treasure hiding in plain sight. With its unique characteristics and historical significance, this rare coin has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a curious beginner, checking your spare change for this elusive penny might just lead to an unexpected windfall. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare penny, or have any tips for identifying valuable coins. We are diving deep into the fascinating world of coin collecting, with a special focus on the 1952 Lincoln penny. This small yet mighty coin has captivated collectors and investors alike, and for good reason. Not only does it carry historical significance, but its value in the market could also surprise you, with some examples worth up to millions of dollars. The 1952 Lincoln penny was minted at the San Francisco Mint, which is known for producing coins in smaller quantities compared to the Denver and Philadelphia mints. The S mint mark signifies its origin and sets it apart from its counterparts. Over time, these coins have become sought after, not just for their age but also for their unique characteristics and rarity. Now, what makes this penny so valuable? It all comes down to condition, rarity, and errors. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition fetch the highest prices. If you come across a 1952 penny with its original luster, free from scratches or wear, you could be holding a coin worth thousands. But that's not all. Certain rare errors in minting can skyrocket its value even further. One of the most exciting aspects of this coin is the hunt for rare errors. Look out for double dies, off-center strikes, or even die cracks. These imperfections, caused during the minting process, are highly prized by collectors. A 1952 penny with one of these rare errors could be worth an incredible amount at auction, potentially reaching millions of dollars. It's also important to consider the history behind this penny. During the 1950s, the United States was experiencing post-war growth, and the Lincoln penny remained a staple in everyday transactions. Owning a coin from this era is like holding a piece of American history in your hands. So, how can you determine the value of your 1952 Lincoln penny? Start by examining the coin closely. Check its condition, whether it's circulated or uncirculated. Look for any unique errors or unusual features. Finally, consider having it graded by a professional coin grading service. A high-grade coin, especially one certified by organizations like PCGS or NGC, will command a higher price in the market. If you're lucky enough to own one of these rare pennies, it's worth consulting with a numismatic expert or exploring auction platforms to get an accurate valuation. And even if you don't own one yet, keep an eye out for this gem in estate sales, flea markets, or your own coin jar. You never know when you might stumble upon a hidden treasure. The 1952 Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how something as small as a 1-cent coin can hold immense value, both historically and financially. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this coin is a must-have for your collection. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content on rare coins and collectibles. Let us know in the comments if you've come across a 1952 Lincoln penny, or if you have questions about other valuable coins. We're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting and uncovering the story of the 2008 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Some of these coins could be worth millions of dollars, and you might have one sitting in your jar of spare change. First, let's talk about what makes a coin valuable. Collectors look for rare errors, unique features, or historical significance that sets a coin apart from the millions of others in circulation. The 2008 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is one such coin that has captured the attention of collectors and enthusiasts. So, what's the deal with the 2008 no mint mark penny? Normally, U.S. coins are minted in facilities located in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, each identified by a mint mark. For example, coins from Denver carry a D, and those from San Francisco carry an S. However, pennies from Philadelphia typically don't feature a mint mark. While this is standard for pennies, it's the condition and specific minting anomalies of certain 2008 no mint mark pennies that have made them so valuable. The first thing to look for is the condition of your 2008 penny. Coins graded as mint state, meaning they show no signs of wear or handling, are the most desirable. Collectors use a scale from 1 to 70 to grade coins, with a perfect 70 being the ultimate prize. A 2008 no mint mark Lincoln penny graded at the highest levels could fetch tens of thousands of dollars, depending on demand and rarity. Next, let's discuss errors. Some 2008 pennies may exhibit minting errors such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or other unique imperfections. These errors occur during the minting process and are highly sought after by collectors because they make the coin one of a kind. For instance, a 2008 penny with a noticeable doubling in the lettering or design elements could be worth a fortune. It's also worth mentioning that special varieties or patterns, like coins struck with experimental finishes or on the wrong type of planchet, can skyrocket a coin's value. These rare anomalies make the 2008 no mint mark penny a must-check for collectors and enthusiasts alike. But how do you determine if your 2008 penny is worth millions? The first step is to examine it closely under a magnifying glass or microscope. Look for any unusual features, errors, or pristine condition. If you suspect you have a valuable coin, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They can authenticate and grade your coin, which is crucial for establishing its market value. Finally, let's talk about the market. The world of coin collecting is constantly evolving, and prices for rare coins can fluctuate based on demand. Some coins have been sold at auction for record-breaking amounts, turning what seems like an ordinary penny into a life-changing discovery. So, the next time you're going through your spare change, don't overlook that 2008 no mint mark Lincoln penny. It could be the key to unlocking a small fortune. And who knows, you might be holding a $1 million coin without even realizing it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories about rare coins and collectibles. Let us know in the comments if you've found any unique coins in your collection. We're talking about a coin that has captivated collectors and investors alike, the 1969 Lincoln penny. Could this simple 1-cent coin in your pocket be worth millions of dollars? Let's find out. First, let's break down what makes the 1969 penny so intriguing. This coin, minted in Denver, features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, with the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. While billions of Lincoln pennies were minted in 1969, only a select few stand out as being exceptionally rare and valuable. One of the primary factors that determine a coin's worth is its condition. For pennies, this is graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect mint state coin. If you have a 1969 penny in uncirculated or mint state condition, its value can already be significantly higher than face value. But what about those record-breaking $1 million sales we've heard about? This is where we talk about era coins. Some 1969 pennies have eras that make them incredibly valuable. For instance, double-die eras are highly sought after. These occur when the coin's design appears to have been struck twice, creating a doubling effect on certain elements, like the date or lettering. For the 1969 D penny, the doubling is often seen on the words Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, and the date itself. If you find such a coin in your collection, it could be worth a small fortune. Keep in mind that not all doubling is true double die. Machine doubling, for example, is common but does not add significant value. Another factor that affects value is rarity. The more rare the coin, the higher its demand. Coins with unique mint errors or those that were struck in limited quantities are always more desirable to collectors. Some 1969 pennies have been reported to fetch prices in the range of thousands to millions of dollars at auctions due to these factors. But how do you know if your 1969 D penny is worth millions? The best course of action is to have your coin professionally graded and authenticated by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. These experts can confirm whether your coin has the sought-after features that make it valuable. Now, here's an important tip. Don't clean your coin, as this can significantly reduce its value. Collectors and graders prefer coins in their original, unaltered condition. Even minor cleaning can cause abrasions or scratches that lower its grade and market value. Finally, let's talk about the market. Rare coins are in high demand among collectors, and prices can skyrocket depending on market trends and the coin's condition. Auction houses, online marketplaces, and coin shows are great places to gauge interest and potential buyers for your rare find. So, if you come across a 1969 D Lincoln penny, take a close look. It might just be the hidden treasure you've been searching for. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, the hunt for rare coins is always an adventure. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos on rare coins, collectibles, and hidden treasures. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a valuable penny or have questions about your collection. We'll uncover the hidden value behind the 1964 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, why collectors are willing to pay a fortune for it, and what makes some of these coins so special. Let's start with the basics. The 1964 Lincoln penny was struck by the United States Mint in Philadelphia, which is why it has no mint mark. This isn't unusual for coins minted in Philadelphia during this time, as the facility traditionally didn't include a mint mark on its coins until later years. Over 1 billion pennies were produced in 1964, making it one of the most common coins of its era. So, why would anyone pay top dollar for a coin that's so abundant? The key lies in rarity, condition, and unique errors. While most 1964 pennies are worth only face value, a select few can fetch incredible sums at auctions due to factors like their condition, known as mint state, or rare errors that occurred during production. Coins in pristine condition with no signs of wear are referred to as MS-65, or higher on the Sheldon scale. These high-grade coins are often sought after by collectors and can command significant premiums. For example, a 1964 Lincoln penny graded MS-67 sold for thousands of dollars at auction due to its flawless condition and eye appeal. But that's not all. Era coins from 1964 are where the real excitement begins. These errors can include double dies, repunched mint marks, off-center strikes, or other unique mistakes that occurred during the minting process. Some 1964 pennies display a double die obverse, meaning the design elements like Lincoln's profile or the date appear to have been struck twice. Coins with such errors are highly collectible, as they're rare and visually striking. Another factor driving the value of the 1964 penny is its metallic composition. By 1962, the mint had transitioned away from using tin in its pennies, opting instead for a copper alloy blend of 95% copper and 5% zinc. The high copper content gives these coins their distinct reddish hue and, in some cases, makes them appealing to metal enthusiasts. So, how do you know if your 1964 Lincoln penny is worth a fortune? Start by examining the coin's condition. Look for sharp details, a strong strike, and minimal signs of wear. If you suspect your coin might be valuable, consider having it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. These companies can authenticate your coin, assign it a grade, and provide a value estimate based on current market trends. Additionally, keep an eye out for error coins. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to closely inspect the coin for any doubling, die cracks, or other anomalies. Even minor errors can significantly increase the coin's value to collectors. The most valuable 1964 pennies are those that combine rarity, error features, and exceptional condition. A few of these coins have made headlines in recent years, with auction prices reaching into the six-figure range. While it's unlikely you'll stumble across a $1 million coin in your spare change, the possibility is enough to keep collectors hunting. So, what makes these coins so desirable to collectors? Beyond their historical significance, 1964 pennies represent a fascinating period in U.S. mint history. They were produced during a time of transition, both in coin design and manufacturing techniques. Collectors see these coins as a link to the past, a tangible reminder of American history, and a symbol of the artistry that goes into every coin produced by the U.S. Mint. If you've got a jar of pennies sitting at home or a collection passed down from family, it's worth taking a closer look. You never know when you might uncover a hidden gem that could change your life. Check for rare mint errors, pristine condition, and any unusual characteristics that set your penny apart from the rest. To wrap things up, the 1964 no mint mark Lincoln penny may not look like much at first glance, but it holds the potential for incredible value. Whether it's an ultra-rare error coin or a flawless mint state example, this humble penny has become a treasure in the eyes of collectors. Keep searching, keep collecting, and you might just find the next $1 million coin. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content about rare and valuable coins. We're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting, specifically focusing on a rare and highly valuable coin that could be hiding in your pocket change right now. We're talking about the 1992 Lincoln penny, a small treasure that has stunned collectors with its worth. Some of these coins have sold for thousands, even over $1 million. If you're a collector or just curious about rare finds, you won't want to miss this. First, let's start with the basics. The 1992 penny was minted in Denver, marked with a small D mint mark just under the date on the obverse side. At first glance, it looks like any other penny, but a rare variation known as the close AM variety has made some of these coins incredibly valuable. The close AM variety refers to the spacing between the letters A and M in the word America on the reverse side of the penny. On standard pennies from 1992, these letters are spaced further apart, known as the wide AM variety. However, due to a minting error, some 1992 pennies were struck using a reverse die intended for the 1993 pennies, resulting in the letters A and M appearing very close together. So, why is the close AM variety worth so much? It all comes down to rarity. Only a handful of these coins have been discovered, making them extremely sought after by collectors. This rare error was not caught during production, and no one knows exactly how many of these coins exist today. Adding to its value is the fact that this error is specific to the Denver Mint, marked by the D under the date. Combined with high demand and low supply, these coins have fetched jaw-dropping prices at auctions. Now, let's look at some real-life sales to understand just how valuable these pennies are. In recent years, high-grade 1992 close AM pennies have sold for tens of thousands of dollars. For instance, one example in near-perfect condition, graded as MS67 by Professional Coin Grading Services, sold for over $25,000 at auction. Some experts estimate that a coin in pristine condition could one day cross the $1 million mark as demand continues to grow. How to identify the close AM penny? Here's the part you've been waiting for. How can you tell if you have a 1992 close AM penny? Grab a magnifying glass or loupe and examine the reverse side of your 1992 penny. Look closely at the spacing between the letters A and M in America. If they appear to be touching or nearly touching, you might have a close AM variety. But don't stop there. The condition of the coin also matters significantly. scratches, discoloration, and where can reduce its value. A professional grading service can assess your coin and determine its true grade and market value. Where to look for these pennies? Wondering where to start your search? These rare pennies can show up anywhere, in pocket change, old coin jars, or even in rolls of pennies from your local bank. It's all about taking the time to examine your coins closely. Tips for selling your rare penny: if you think you've found a 1992 D close AM penny, don't rush to sell it. First, have it authenticated and graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. This step is crucial in establishing its value. Once graded, consider selling through a well-known auction house or coin dealer to maximize your profit. So, there you have it, the story of the 1992 D Lincoln penny with the close AM variety, a tiny coin with massive value. Who knows? You might have one of these rare treasures hiding in your collection right now. Take a closer look at your pennies, because a simple coin could change your life. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with fellow coin enthusiasts. Don't forget to subscribe to Big Coins Dealer for more content on rare coins, collectibles, and hidden treasures. We're exploring one of the most intriguing coins in circulation, the 1994 No Mint Mark Lincoln penny. This small copper-colored coin may look ordinary at first glance, but its value on the collector's market might leave you speechless. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss updates on the world of valuable coins. Let's start with the basics. The 1994 Lincoln penny is a part of the modern penny series, featuring the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. These pennies were produced in massive quantities at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why they do not bear a mint mark. Now, you might be wondering, what makes the 1994 No Mint Mark penny so special? After all, millions of these were produced. The key lies in the condition and rarity of error coins from this year. Some examples of the 1994 penny have been discovered with extraordinary features such as double die errors, off-center strikes, and other unique minting mistakes. These errors make them highly sought after by collectors. For a coin to reach million-dollar value, it must be one of a kind. This typically means it would need a combination of factors: an extremely rare mint error, flawless condition, and a documented history of being unique within its class. For the 1994 No Mint Mark penny, if you find one in pristine condition with a rare error, it could fetch a significant price at auction. So how do you know if you have a valuable 1994 penny? Start by closely examining the coin under magnification. Look for any doubling in the text, unusual lines, or misalignments. Errors such as doubled letters, die cracks, or missing elements could add tremendous value. The coin's condition is also critical, as uncirculated coins with a shiny luster are far more valuable than worn examples. The highest recorded sales for pennies in general often involve coins graded by professional organizations like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade coin with a certified error can easily climb into 6 or even 7 figures. For instance, a coin from the same era with a rare error has sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars at major auctions. While the 1994 No Mint Mark penny may not always reach the $1 million mark, it's worth remembering that certain coins from this year have significant potential to appreciate in value. Coin collecting is all about patience and attention to detail. To wrap things up, check your change carefully. That humble penny in your pocket might just be a hidden treasure. If you think you've found a special coin, consider having it graded by a professional to unlock its true potential. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment below. Have you ever come across a rare or valuable coin? We'd love to hear your. We're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in U.S. numismatics, a coin that could make you a millionaire. It's the 1993 No Mint Mark Lincoln penny. While it might sound like just another penny, this particular coin holds a secret that can make it worth much more than its face value. Let's uncover the mystery behind this rare penny and explore its worth in today's market. First, let's talk a little bit about the 1993 Lincoln penny. Like all pennies, it features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, facing to the right, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. However, In 1993, something very unusual happened. Some pennies from that year were struck without the mint mark, which is typically located beneath the date on the reverse of the coin. Normally, coins minted in the United States have a mint mark to indicate which facility produced them. For instance, coins made at the Philadelphia Mint typically do not have a mint mark, while those from the Denver Mint will have a D mint mark, and coins from the San Francisco Mint have an S mint mark. In 1993, however, a small number of Lincoln pennies were produced in Philadelphia without the P mint mark. This omission wasn't intentional, but it has created a rare coin that collectors are eager to add to their collections. The 1993 no mint mark penny is so valuable because of its rarity. It is believed that a very small number of these coins were accidentally produced without the mint mark. While exact numbers are unknown, the rarity and the unique nature of the mistake have made this coin a sought-after collector's item. Due to the mistake, there was no public announcement or widespread awareness of this error at the time, so many of these pennies circulated without any special attention. Over the years, as collectors and numismatists discovered the error, demand for the coin started to rise. Today, it's considered a rare error coin, and rarity is one of the key factors that drive the value of any coin. Now, let's talk about what this penny could be worth if you have one in your collection. While the 1993 no mint mark Lincoln penny isn't as well known as other famous error coins like the 1955 double-die penny or the 1943 copper penny, it still holds significant value. In the current market, a 1993 no mint mark penny in mint condition could fetch anywhere from a few $100s to several thousand, depending on the coin's condition and the rarity of the specific piece. Some rare examples have been known to sell for even higher amounts, especially if they're in perfect, uncirculated condition. In extreme cases, particularly well-preserved pennies, especially those graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, could see auction prices reaching into the tens of thousands. If you happen to have one in your pocket that's in mint condition, it's worth getting it evaluated by a professional appraiser or a grading service. Identifying a 1993 no mint mark Lincoln penny is quite simple once you know what to look for. Start by checking the reverse of the coin, directly beneath the year. Normally, you would expect to see a small P mint mark there if the coin was minted in Philadelphia. If the penny you have does not have any mint mark beneath the date, then it could be one of the rare 1993 no mint mark coins. Next, check the condition of the coin. Coins that are in better condition, especially those that haven't been worn down or heavily circulated, are typically more valuable. Coins in near-perfect condition, known as mint state, or MS, in the coin grading world, are particularly prized by collectors. The 1993 no mint mark penny stands out in the world of error coins because of its simple but impactful mistake. Error coins are always highly valued by collectors because they are not only rare but also represent a piece of history, proof of a flaw in the minting process. In this case, the omission of the mint mark is what makes the coin special. While it's not as high profile as some other error coins, the 1993 no mint mark penny is still considered one of the most interesting coins of the 1990s. It's a testament to the unpredictable nature of coin production and reminds collectors that sometimes, a small mistake can create a valuable treasure. If you've found a 1993 no mint mark penny and you want to sell it, you have several options. Many online auction platforms, such as eBay, are great places to list your coin. However, for a more professional approach, consider selling through a trusted numismatic dealer, where you can have the coin appraised and sold to serious collectors. If you're looking to buy a 1993 no mint mark penny, there are plenty of online marketplaces where you can find them for sale. Just make sure you're buying from a reputable seller, as counterfeit coins do exist. So there you have it. The 1993 no mint mark Lincoln penny is not just a common penny. It's a rare error coin that can be worth thousands, and in some cases, even more. If you're lucky enough to have one of these coins in your possession, it might just be your ticket to a big payday. Remember to keep an eye out for those unique minting errors, as they could lead you to a hidden treasure. If you've enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you won't miss out on future videos. We're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, focusing on a specific one that you might have tucked away in your change jar or inherited from a relative: the 1978 Lincoln penny without a mint mark. This seemingly ordinary coin could actually be worth a fortune. But why? Let's take a closer look at the 1978 Lincoln penny, its history, and the incredible value it holds in the market. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency for over a century, and the 1978 version is no different. It features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But what sets the 1978 penny apart is something a lot of collectors overlook: the mintmark.in 1978. The U.S. Mint produced Lincoln pennies at two locations, Philadelphia and Denver. Most of the pennies you encounter will have a mint mark, specifically the D mint mark for those struck in Denver. However, a small percentage of pennies from that year were struck in Philadelphia without a mint mark, and this subtle detail can make a huge difference in their value. At the time, the U.S. Mint was experiencing an increased demand for coins due to the growing economy. The minting process for pennies in Philadelphia followed the usual routine, with the coins being mass-produced and sent to various parts of the country for circulation. However, a small number of these 1978 pennies were produced without the mint mark. This wasn't a regular occurrence. Typically, every penny struck in Philadelphia, especially during this time, carried the P mint mark. But for a reason still under investigation, a small batch of these coins was left without a mint mark, making them incredibly rare. Now, you might be wondering, why does this one small detail matter so much? Well, when it comes to coin collecting, rarity is key. The fewer coins that exist of a particular kind, the more valuable they become. Most 1978 pennies you come across will either have a D for Denver or a P for Philadelphia. But the 1978 pennies with no mint mark are an anomaly, and that's what drives collectors crazy. Since these coins were released into circulation in large numbers, finding one today in good condition is like finding a needle in a haystack. They didn't get much attention back then, and many of these pennies were spent and worn down over time. The ones that survived in good condition, especially those that remain uncirculated, are worth far more than you might expect. You might be asking, how much is a 1978 no mint mark penny worth? Well, the value of any coin depends heavily on its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, and the higher the grade, the more valuable the coin is. If you have a 1978 penny that's in excellent condition with no wear, scratches, or discoloration, you could be looking at a value that's exponentially higher than a coin that's seen better days. Uncirculated versions of the 1978 no mint mark penny can fetch anywhere from $200 to $500, depending on the condition and the demand at the time. But wait, it gets even more interesting. If you happen to find a 1978 penny without a mint mark that's been graded as mint state 67 or higher by the professional grading service, you might be looking at a coin worth over $1 million. Yes, you heard that right. While this is rare and extremely unlikely for the average collector, it's possible, and a few collectors have already hit the jackpot with these high-grade coins. There are a few factors that can dramatically increase the value of the 1978 no mint mark penny. These factors include, as we mentioned, the fewer coins that exist, the higher the demand. The 1978 no mint mark penny is a rare find, and if you come across one, it could be worth thousands, even millions, if it's in perfect condition. Coins that are graded as high as possible, MS 67 or higher, command the highest premiums. If your coin is in uncirculated condition with minimal wear, you might be sitting on a gold mine. The coin market is driven by collectors' interests. As demand increases for rare coins, especially those tied to unique minting errors or anomalies, the value of these coins can skyrocket. The 1978 no mint mark penny fits that bill perfectly. Historical significance: every coin has a story to tell. The 1978 no mint mark penny is an intriguing piece of American history, as it was produced during a period of intense coin production and is linked to a potential error in the minting process. Collectors love coins with such unique stories, which can further increase their value. Identifying a 1978 penny without a mint mark is simple. Look at the reverse side of the coin. If you see a blank space where the mint mark should be, that's your clue. For comparison, a typical 1978 penny from Denver will have a D min mark under the word Liberty on the obverse. A penny from Philadelphia usually has a P, but in this case, it will have no min mark at all. If you happen to find a 1978 no min mark penny and are wondering where to sell it, there are several options. You can take it to a coin dealer or numismatic shop for an appraisal. Alternatively, you can sell it through online marketplaces like eBay, where many collectors actively seek out rare coins. Remember to have your coin professionally graded by a trusted third party, such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. Having a certified grade will ensure you get the maximum value for your coin. In conclusion, the 1978 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is a rare and valuable coin that could be worth a small fortune, depending on its condition and grading. While it's unlikely you'll find a penny worth millions, the rarity of this coin makes it a highly sought-after item among collectors. So, next time you come across a 1978 penny, be sure to check it carefully. You might just have a rare gem hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more coin collecting tips and insights, and leave a comment down below if you've ever found a rare coin or have any questions about coin collecting. The 2001 D Mintmark Lincoln Penny. At first glance, it may seem like just another ordinary coin, but what if I told you this penny could be worth millions of dollars? Yes, you heard that right. The 2001 D penny, though commonly found in circulation, could be hiding an incredible value. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating story behind this coin, what makes it so valuable, and how to identify if you have a rare one. Before we dive into the specifics, let's start with a bit of background. The 2001 D Mintmark penny was minted at the Denver Mint, which is where the D Mintmark comes from. It's part of the Lincoln Cent series, which has been in circulation since 1909, featuring the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln. Most of the time, these pennies are worth only 1 cent, as that's their face value. However, there are rare exceptions when a coin has something extra special that causes its value to soar. So, what exactly makes the 2001 D penny so valuable? The key lies in a minting error that occurred with a very small number of these pennies, making them highly sought after by collectors. We're talking about a rare mistake that went unnoticed by the mints at the time of production, specifically, the famous 2001 D wide AM error. Normally, the reverse of a Lincoln penny features the words United States of America and E pluribus unum with the letters AM in America being close together. However, in the case of the 2001 D wide AM penny, the letters A and M are spaced unusually far apart. This error is what creates the wide AM variety, and it's this specific variation that can make the coin worth a small fortune. So how much could a 2001 D wide AM penny be worth? Well, while the majority of 2001 D pennies are worth only their face value, the 2001 D wide AM can fetch anywhere from several hundred to several $1,000s depending on the coin's condition. In pristine, uncirculated condition, a 2001 D wide AM penny could be valued as high as $100,000 or more at auction. And for those rare, nearly flawless examples that make it into professional coin grading systems like PCGS or NGC, the value could soar even further. Some coins have been sold for over $1 million in exceptional cases. But how do you know if you have a 2001 D wide AM penny in your collection? The best way to check is by carefully inspecting the reverse side of the coin. Look for that distinct gap between the and M in America. If the letters are touching, it's a regular 2001 D penny. If there's a noticeable space, then you might just have a rare wide AM error. If you think you've found a 2001 D wide AM penny, it's important to have it professionally graded. Grading a coin accurately is a job for experts, and the condition of your coin can dramatically affect its value. A coin in pristine condition with no wear, scratches, or discoloration is far more valuable than one that's been through years of circulation. Coin grading services like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, can help determine the authenticity of the coin and give you an official grade. The higher the grade, the higher the value. But there's more to the story of the 2001 D wide AM penny. While it may be the most famous era for this year, other variations of the 2001 penny, like the 2001 D close AM or the 2001 S-proof coins, also hold a bit of value to collectors, though they are generally less sought after than the wide AM. If you're a collector, or if you just happen to have a stash of pennies sitting in a drawer, it's worth taking the time to carefully check your 2001 D coins. Who knows, one of them could be your ticket to a fortune. So, whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just starting out, keep an eye out for the rare 2001 D wide AM penny. What may look like an ordinary coin could turn out to be an incredible find worth thousands, or even millions, of dollars. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and rare coin discoveries. We're going to explore one of the most talked about eras in the world of coin collecting, the 1987 no-min-mark Lincoln penny. This seemingly ordinary penny could potentially be worth far more than you ever imagine. So, stick around as we dive into the fascinating world of rare coins, their history, and why this specific penny is worth millions in today's market. The 1987 Lincoln penny. The basics. Let's start with the basics. Most of us are familiar with the Lincoln penny, the small copper coin featuring the profile of President Abraham Lincoln. Since its introduction in 1909, the Lincoln penny has gone through numerous design changes, but the core features have remained the same. In 1987, the U.S. Mint continued producing these pennies with the familiar design, the obverse showing President Lincoln's profile and the reverse displaying the Lincoln Memorial. However, the key detail that makes some of these pennies worth a fortune is the absence of a mint mark. What's a mint mark, and why does it matter? Before we get into the specifics of the 1987 penny, let's quickly talk about what a mint mark is. Every U.S. coin has a mint mark, a small letter P, D, or S stamped on it that indicates where the coin was produced. For example, a D indicates the Denver Mint, and S stands for the San Francisco Mint, and P means it was minted in Philadelphia. Now, most pennies minted in 1987 will have a D or an P mint mark, depending on the facility that produced them. However, there are a few rare pennies from that year that have no mint mark at all, and this is where the value skyrockets. The mystery of the 1987 no mint mark penny. So, how does a 1987 penny end up with no mint mark? Well, it's believed that a small number of pennies were accidentally struck at the Philadelphia Mint without a mint mark. While this may sound like a small issue, the rarity of these coins makes them incredibly valuable to collectors. They are considered error coins, and in the world of coin collecting, error coins can be worth a lot of money. The missing mint mark makes these coins incredibly sought after by collectors. A regular 1987 penny might be worth just 1 cent, but a 1987 penny with no mint mark can fetch anywhere from hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on its condition and other factors. How much is a 1987 no mint mark Lincoln penny worth? Now let's talk about the big question: how much is a 1987 no mint mark penny really worth? Well, it depends on the condition and whether it has been verified as a genuine error by professionals. In general, these rare coins can be worth anywhere from a few $100s to several thousand, with the most well-preserved and authenticated examples reaching higher prices. In some cases, if you happen to find a 1987 no mint mark penny that's in nearly perfect condition, it could be worth millions. Yes, you heard that right. These rare coins are highly prized in the market, and the right buyer could be willing to pay top dollar for one. How to identify a 1987 no mint mark penny? If you think you may have found a 1987 no mint mark penny, the first step is to carefully inspect the coin. Look at the obverse side of the penny, where Abraham Lincoln's image is located. If there is no mint mark next to the date, either a D or a P, then you could be holding something special. Next, examine the condition of the coin. A penny in excellent condition, also known as uncirculated or mint state, is much more valuable than one that's worn or damaged. Look for sharp details, good color, and minimal signs of wear. The more pristine the coin, the higher its potential value. If you believe you've found one of these rare pennies, it's a good idea to have it professionally evaluated and authenticated by a certified numismatist, or a reputable coin grading service. They'll help confirm whether your coin is truly a 1987 no min-mark error and provide an accurate valuation. The impact of the 1987 no min-mark penny on the coin collecting world. So, why is the 1987 no min-mark Lincoln penny so important in the world of coin collecting? Well, error coins like this one add an element of mystery and excitement to the hobby. Coin collectors love finding these rare anomalies, and the hunt for these hidden treasures is part of what makes the world of numismatics so fascinating. In fact, the 1987 no min-mark penny has become a symbol of how an ordinary coin can turn into an extraordinary one. Over the years, the coin's value has continued to rise as more collectors have discovered its rarity and potential. And because so few of these error coins exist, they are even more valuable as time goes on. Other rare Lincoln pennies worth collecting. While the 1987 no min-mark penny is certainly one of the most famous error coins, it's not the only rare Lincoln penny out there. Other pennies, such as those with unusual die cracks, double strikes, or missing elements, can also fetch impressive sums in the market. Some of the most famous Lincoln penny errors include the 1943 copper penny and the 1955 double die penny, both of which have become iconic in the numismatic world. If you're serious about collecting rare coins, it's worth expanding your knowledge of Lincoln pennies and other U.S. coins. You never know what hidden treasures you might stumble upon. To wrap things up, the 1987 no min-mark Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how something as small and seemingly insignificant as a penny can be worth far more than its face value. If you're lucky enough to find one of these rare error coins, you could be holding on to a piece of history that's worth thousands, or even millions, of dollars. Coin collecting is a thrilling hobby, and who knows, your next find could be the one that makes you rich. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed learning about this rare coin, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating insights into the world of numismatics. We've got a fascinating topic that will pique the interest of collectors, investors, and history buffs alike. We'll be diving into the mysterious 1991 Lincoln penny with no min-mark and uncovering whether these coins are really worth millions of dollars. Are they truly a hidden treasure, or is this just another coin myth? Stick around to find out. First, let's start with the basics. The Lincoln penny is one of the most widely circulated coins in the United States. Since its introduction in 1909 to celebrate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, the penny has seen many changes in design. The most well-known design features Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, which was used from 1959 to 2008. From 2009 onward, the reverse design began to focus on different aspects of Lincoln's life. The mint mark, which identifies where the coin was produced, is typically found on the reverse of the penny, just under the date. It could be a D for Denver, S for San Francisco, or none at all, which we'll get into shortly. Now, let's zoom in on the 1991 penny, particularly the version with no min mark. Typically, the 1991 Lincoln penny was minted in two locations, Denver and Philadelphia. Most coins have a D mint mark for Denver, while pennies struck in Philadelphia typically don't have a mint mark. So, a 1991 penny with no mint mark is, at first glance, nothing special, right? Well, this is where things get interesting. A few 1991 pennies were accidentally struck without any mint mark, even though they were supposed to have one from the Philadelphia Mint. This led to a small number of 1991 pennies being created without the usual D or S. These coins are sometimes touted as being rare or error coins, but how much are they actually worth? So, here's the big question: how much could a 1991 penny without a mint mark be worth? In most cases, a regular 1991 Lincoln penny without any mint mark is worth only a penny, or perhaps a few cents, if it's in particularly good condition. However, this coin is far from being just another standard penny. Coins that have rare attributes, such as minting errors or unusual characteristics, can become highly valuable, especially if they are in excellent condition. A 1991 penny without a mint mark can occasionally appear on auction sites, and depending on its condition, these coins can sell for anywhere between $5 to $50, sometimes even higher if a collector is willing to pay for it. But wait, could a 1991 penny be worth millions? Well, this would depend on a combination of factors, such as rarity, demand, and the condition of the coin. To clarify, while a 1991 penny without a mint mark isn't typically going to fetch millions, there are instances where rare, mint-era coins can become incredibly valuable. However, the claims you hear online about a 1991 penny being worth millions are more likely to be sensationalized marketing or exaggerations from unverified sources. Now, you might have heard rumors or seen headlines claiming that a 1991 penny without a mint mark sold for a fortune. Let's clear that up. As of now, there has been no verifiable report of a 1991 penny selling for millions of dollars. The most valuable pennies are typically those with significant errors, like double strikes, off-center prints, or other unusual traits. A 1991 penny, without these kinds of errors, is unlikely to make it into the $1 million range. That being said, there's always the possibility of finding a rare variant that might bring in higher amounts at auction. But it's unlikely to happen unless the coin is in flawless condition or has some very specific and noteworthy minting errors. If you want to check whether your 1991 penny could be worth more than face value, here are a few tips to help you identify rare coins. Most 1991 pennies will have a mint mark, D, or no mint mark at all, if it was struck in Philadelphia. A penny with an unusual minting error could potentially fetch a higher price. A penny in mint state, or uncirculated condition, will always be worth more than one that's heavily worn. Look for coins that show minimal signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration. Sometimes, minting errors can cause a coin to become significantly more valuable. This could include double strikes, off-center impressions, or unusual wear patterns. If your penny has any of these traits, it could increase its value. If you suspect that your coin might be valuable, consider sending it to a professional grading service like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. They will evaluate the condition of the coin and assign it a grade, which can impact its value significantly. While a 1991 Lincoln penny without a mint mark can certainly pique the interest of collectors and may have a higher value than face value in certain conditions, it is not likely to be worth millions of dollars. Claims of such enormous sums for a 1991 penny are mostly exaggerated and not based on real-world data. If you're lucky enough to come across a rare 1991 penny in excellent condition or with a unique minting error, it could be worth more than a regular penny, but the $1 million valuation is a far cry from reality. Keep your eyes peeled for rarities, but don't forget that the true value of a coin is determined by its rarity, demand, and condition. We're diving into a fascinating topic that might just surprise you. If you have a 1976 D mint-mark Lincoln penny, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Yes, you heard that right, some of these pennies are worth millions. Stick around to find out why this seemingly ordinary coin could be one of the most valuable in your collection. Before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an exciting coin discovery. Now, let's take a closer look at the 1976 D Lincoln penny and why it has caught the attention of collectors and investors alike. First, let's break down exactly what the 1976 D mint-mark Lincoln penny is. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation for over a century, and the 1976 version is a part of the bicentennial celebration in the United States. The coin features Abraham Lincoln's image on the obverse, with the traditional Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The D mint mark indicates that the coin was minted in Denver, Colorado. Typically, the value of a 1976 penny is only 1 cent, but there's a special twist that makes this coin extraordinary. You might be wondering, how could a regular penny, worth just 1 cent when it was first issued, be worth millions today? The answer lies in an extremely rare error that occurred during the minting process. In 1976, some of the pennies struck at the Denver Mint were accidentally double-struck, creating a unique error. These double-struck coins have a second, partial imprint of Lincoln's image and the surrounding lettering. This error, although extremely rare, has made some of these 1976 D pennies highly sought after by collectors. Coins with double strikes are valuable for a number of reasons. First, their rarity makes them difficult to find. Second, Their unique nature makes them a valuable addition to any collection. And third, collectors are often willing to pay top dollar for coins with significant errors, especially when the error is from a well-known series like the Lincoln Penny.so. How do you identify this valuable 1970-60 penny? Here are a few key things to look for. The most obvious sign is the double image. On the obverse, you'll see two faint impressions of Abraham Lincoln's portrait, with the second one slightly offset from the first. Similarly, the date and mint mark might appear twice. Pay close attention to the details around the edges of the coin. A double strike often causes the details on the coin to be less sharp and clearer in some areas than in others. If you have a magnifying glass or a good loupe, inspect the edge of the coin. Double strikes may cause a slight bulge or shift in the coin's overall structure. Condition. As with any coin, the better the condition, the more valuable it is. The higher the grade of the coin, meaning the fewer imperfections it has, the more it could be worth. Now, let's talk numbers. A regular 1970-60 penny, in good condition, is worth just 1 cent. But a 1970-60 double strike penny can fetch anywhere from several $100s to, in rare cases, over $1 million at auction. In fact, one of these double struck pennies recently sold for over $1.7 million at a coin auction. While not every 1970-60 penny will reach this level, some can still sell for tens of thousands of dollars, depending on their rarity and condition. If you find one of these rare double strike coins in your collection, it could be your ticket to a huge windfall. If you think you have a 1970-60 double strike penny, it's time to get it professionally evaluated. Find a reputable coin dealer who specializes in rare coins. They can assess the value and help you get it sold to the right collector. Before selling, you might want to send the penny to a coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Getting a professional grade can increase its value because collectors often pay more for coins that have been graded and authenticated. Some of the most valuable 1970-60 double strike pennies have sold at major auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. If you think your coin is extremely rare, these auction houses can help you get the best price. While the 1970-60 double strike is certainly one of the most valuable, it's not the only Lincoln penny that could be worth a small fortune. Some other rare and valuable Lincoln pennies include the first Lincoln penny with the designer's initials, considered one of the most iconic and valuable pennies. Another example of a double-struck penny that has become legendary in the world of numismatics. 1943 copper penny, a rare mistake coin made during World War II, where some copper pennies were struck instead of the usual steel ones. So there you have it. The 1970-60 mintmark Lincoln penny is a rare and valuable coin, with some examples worth millions due to a rare double-strike error. If you're a coin collector or just someone with an old jar of pennies, take a closer look. You might just have a hidden treasure on your hands. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more coin tips, news, and valuable discoveries. And if you have a 1970-60 penny, let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear about it. We have a fascinating story to tell. It's about a rare gem in the world of numismatics, the 1971 no mintmark Lincoln penny. A coin that might just be sitting in your collection or even in your pocket, and you don't know it could be worth millions of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. Millions! Now, before you rush off to check your spare change, let's break this down and understand what makes the 1971 no mintmark Lincoln penny so valuable. The year 1971 is important in coin history, but what makes it special is the lack of a mintmark on certain pennies struck that year. First, let's talk about mintmarks. For most of American history, pennies were made at one of three mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. In 1971, the U.S. Mint began adding mintmarks to coins to distinguish where they were made. Typically, a penny from the Philadelphia Mint should have a P mintmark. But in 1971, some coins were struck at the Philadelphia Mint with no mintmark at all. Now you may be wondering, what makes these coins so special? Well, here's the kicker. In 1971, due to a mistake or oversight, a limited number of pennies were produced at the Philadelphia Mint without the usual mintmark. These no mintmark coins are incredibly rare, and that rarity is what drives their value today. While most of the 1971 pennies have the P mint mark, a handful were produced without it. Because of their rarity, these no mint mark pennies are highly sought after by collectors and numismatists around the world. But here's the thing. Finding a 1971 no mint mark Lincoln penny in good condition is like finding a needle in a haystack. The condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. A well-preserved coin, without any wear or damage, can fetch an astonishing price. In fact, these rare pennies can be worth anywhere from a few $100s to several thousand, depending on their condition. But wait, there's more. Some of the most pristine examples of the 1971 no mint mark penny have sold for over $1 million at auction. That's right, over $1 million for a single penny. Imagine that. A single penny from 1971 could be worth more than most people's homes. It's a treasure hunt right in your own pocket change. So how can you spot this rare coin? Look for the year 1971 on the front of the penny and check the reverse side. If there's no mint mark beneath the date, then you might have a gem on your hands. Make sure to inspect the coin carefully. If it's in good condition, consider getting it appraised by a professional. Even if your coin doesn't look perfect, it could still hold value. Over the years, collectors have paid a premium for any 1971 penny without the mint mark, especially if it's in even decent condition. It's always worth checking. Getting your coin graded by a reputable grading service is key. Coins that are graded as MS-65 or higher are usually the ones that fetch the highest prices. The better the grade, the higher the value. Grading services such as PCGS and NGC will assign a grade to your coin, and this will help determine its market price. Once graded, your coin's value can be assessed, and you'll know exactly where you stand in the world of rare coins. And if you're lucky enough to have a high-grade example, you could be sitting on a literal fortune. So, next time you get some change, don't just toss that penny aside. It could be the one coin that changes your life forever. The 1971 no mint mark Lincoln penny, worth millions in the market today. Who knows? You might just have one of these rare coins sitting in your collection right now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating stories from the world of rare coins. We're diving into a very exciting topic. The 1972 no mint mark Lincoln penny. While most pennies from this year are worth only a few cents, there's a rare and valuable subset that could potentially be worth millions of dollars. If you're a coin collector or simply curious about rare coins, this is a video you don't want to miss. So, let's get started. Let's first talk about the 1972 Lincoln penny in general. The penny, also known as the 1-cent coin, was minted by the United States Mint. In 1972, the coin featured Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The coin was struck in copper, which is standard for pennies of that era. However, the story doesn't end there. You might be wondering why a 1972 penny, which seems so common, could be worth more than face value. Well, it has to do with a fascinating error in the minting process that occurred that year, and the rarity of these errors makes these pennies incredibly valuable. Most coins have a mint mark that indicates where they were produced. For example, pennies struck in Philadelphia generally don't have a mint mark, while coins from Denver have a D mint mark, and coins from San Francisco feature an S mint mark. However, in 1972, something strange happened. The Philadelphia Mint produced a batch of pennies without a mint mark, and these coins were released into circulation. At first glance, these coins seem ordinary, but as it turns out, there was a significant flaw in the minting process that left these coins without a mint mark at all, which would normally be a critical identifier. That's what makes this error so valuable. The 1972 no mint mark Lincoln penny is known for its rarity. This error occurred due to a problem with the minting dies used at the Philadelphia Mint. Instead of the usual mint mark, the die was either damaged or not properly designed to include it, which left the coin without its identifying mark. What makes this error so rare is that it wasn't intentional. As with most minting errors, only a small number of these coins were produced before the minting process was corrected. Today, these error pennies are some of the most sought-after coins in the world. Now, you might be wondering, how much is my 1972 penny worth? Well, if you're holding on to one of these rare coins, you could be sitting on a fortune. The value of a 1972 no-mintmark Lincoln penny depends largely on its condition. A coin in average circulated condition might only be worth a few dollars. However, if your penny is in uncirculated or gem condition, the price skyrockets. Coins that are in exceptional condition have been known to fetch thousands of dollars at auction. But the real value lies in those that are professionally graded as high-quality specimens. In recent years, some of these rare pennies have sold for well over $100,000, with reports of some fetching millions at auctions. So, if you're lucky enough to own one of these pennies, it's worth getting it professionally graded by a trusted coin grading service. In the world of rare coins, every now and then, a story comes up that gets collectors excited. One such story is of a 1972 no-mintmark Lincoln penny that sold for a staggering $1.5 million in a private auction. This coin, in pristine condition, was graded by experts and found to be one of the finest examples of the era penny in existence. This sale was one of the most high-profile sales of a 1972 no-mintmark penny and solidified the coin's status as one of the most valuable era coins in U.S. history. Other examples have also fetched impressive sums, proving that the 1972 no-mintmark Lincoln penny is more than just a collector's dream. It's a true treasure. So, how can you tell if you have one of these rare and valuable coins? First and foremost, check the obverse, the front side of the coin, for the mint mark. If you have a 1972 penny from Philadelphia, it won't have any mint mark at all, which should raise your suspicion. Next, examine the condition of the coin. Is it in pristine condition, with little to no wear? Are there any signs of damage or tarnishing? Coins in mint condition are the most valuable, so it's important to handle them carefully and store them properly. Finally, you can take the coin to a professional coin dealer or submit it to a coin grading service like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, to have it authenticated and graded. If you believe you've found one of these rare pennies, the next step is figuring out how to sell it. It's important to approach the sale carefully, especially if the coin is worth a significant amount. First, get it professionally graded. Then, research reputable coin dealers, auction houses, or online marketplaces that specialize in rare coins. Many collectors opt to sell through auction houses, where they can reach a global audience of interested buyers. You can also find reputable dealers who specialize in rare coins to help you get the best price for your treasure. In conclusion, the 1972 no-mintmark Lincoln penny is one of the most fascinating and valuable era coins in U.S. history. With the right condition, these coins could be worth hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of dollars. So, if you have a 1972 penny lying around in your collection or change jar, it's worth checking to see if it might be one of these hidden treasures. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed learning about the 1972 no-mintmark Lincoln penny and want to learn more about rare coins and collectibles, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. And don't forget to leave a comment if you have any questions or if you've ever come across a rare coin yourself.